At Mag & Turbo, we're not just a mag wheel shop, we're a supermarket for tyres. Street, track or economy, we have a performance tyre to suit your driving and your budget. 17-inch tyres from $119, 18-inch tyres from $139 and 19-inch tyres from $179. When you buy tyres off us, you get one of these: free tyre rotation, puncture repairs and alignment checks for the life of the tyres. If you need performance tyres, give us a call. 0800 MAGS for you.
Hi, Scott here from X Factor Cars, Southland's V8 specialists, stockists of the South Island's biggest selection of Holden HSV, also with a wide range of everything Ford, FPV and classic American muscle. With an in-house finance specialist, we can tailor build a package to suit each and every budget, from no deposit, structured payments and up to 60-month terms. If we don't have it in stock, our team will search high and low to find what you want. Check out our testimonials, xfactorcars.co.nz.
So Flywheel in the Anglia. He leads out. Ewan Shearing, the Aparima Tavern sponsored Hypermag. Shearing's been consistent this afternoon as well. His first real run at home in this car. Greg Johnson, car number 77. He suffered issues last race. He had a DNF. He'll be wanting to bag some good points in this one here with a front row start. Then we go to car number 11, Jason Phillips. He suffered mechanical issues in race number 1. He was solid in race number 2. Ryan Marsden. Last time out, he had to settle for third place behind Trevor Elliott. Couldn't find a way around him, but he was fast. The Heartland Chip sponsored Lovelady Mustang. Owen Dixon lost the wheel last time out. He's got those issues sorted. He was fast last time out as well. He'll be certainly wanting to bank some points. Ray Stewart here to race, he'd rather forget. Paul Berg, he's pretty much scored nothing tonight so far. So once again, a bunch of guys in this race who really need to bag some points. No previous race winners in this race. So this is almost a lottery for the minors, the guys that had a bit of a rough day at the office, you might say, and this is sort of a second chance to really climb themselves up, try and get them in contention to get into that pole shuffle territory. All of these guys, probably barring Marsden and Shearing, have got a story to tell, really. They've had misfortune this afternoon. Track really slicking off. Awesome on there, just getting up in the cushion, getting a taste of that. As both Richie Taylor and Ian Burson both touched on it, the track has changed so much from when they first went out a little bit earlier on this afternoon. Good chance, of course, to plug the next meeting that's happening here at X Factor Cars, Riverside Speedway. Mark it on your calendar, 2nd of March, 4 p.m. start. We've got the Murphy's Dairy South Island Saloon Championship and Southland Champs for stock cars. So, of course, we've seen the saloons out just before for their best pairs and some pretty exciting racing there as well. So, South Island Champs chuck another 10 or so cars into the mix. And it's going to be a whole stack of action. Mark it on your calendar, folks, 2nd of March. So ready to go racing in this one here. Ewan Shearing leads them around. We'll get a start this time. Race number 5. Southland Truck Wreckers, South Island Super Saloon champs. Issues for Owen Dixon before the race has even started. So the orange light has come back on. Owen Dixon snails pace down there at the top end of the circuit. So car number 95 comes to a standstill just when we thought we were about to go racing. So Owen trying to restart car number 95, Sidride Powderline tow truck on. Owen's back up and running again on his own steam by the looks of it, so hopefully he can rejoin the pack. Not sure whether he's going to head to the infield. Phillips, car number 11, Jason Phillips that is from... So just pulls in now in behind Phillips, so he takes his place on the grid. So just a wee intermittent fault there for Owen Dixon. Lights are off. We'll go racing this time around. Ewan Shearing on the inside. Greg Johnson the outside in car 77. Race 5, South Island Super Saloon Championships. Everybody in this race really needs to bag points. We're away. We are racing. Ewan Shearing it is from the front row of the grid. He's got Johnson on his outside. Johnson high and wide. Marsden threads the needle through the middle. He's moved up to second place. Pushes Johnson wide. Marsden now to the outside of Ewan Shearing. He's decided to have a crack at the high line, and it seems to be working for the Lovelady. Down they come between 1 and 2. Marsden crosses it up. It's untidy. Owen Dixon finds a way through there now as well. He's up into third place at Dixon. He's looking fast in this one here. Marsden now goes to the outside of Ewan Shearing. Manages to pull past him. Down into 1 and 2. The Heartland Chip sponsored Lovelady of Ryan Marsden. Pulls a gap down past the Community Trust of Southland sign on the back straight. Into 3 and 4 we go. Your race order at the moment. Marsden, we've got Shearing, Owen Dixon. It looks like Phillips in 4th place. Then Greg Johnson in car 77. Then we go to Berg, Simon, and racing Raymond Stewart at the back of the field in this one here. So Marsden it is who leads. Shearing and Dixon in a good battle for second and third presently. Phillips and Johnson there side by side as well. So look at this though, everybody on the track. Some are using the inside, some are using the outside. The track hasn't slicked off to the point where it's only a 1-lane track. People are finding a move. Owen Dixon just found a move around the outside of Ewan Shearing. So there's certainly grip out wide. Owen Dixon shoots into second place. Ewan Shearing now goes to the outside, his more favoured position, so he may come back at Dixon. As Marsden pulls off another 2 or 3 car lengths, and that Lovelady Mustang out in front, car 17 from Christchurch. It's Lovelady 1 and 2, Hypermac in 3. Oh, Berg, he's in trouble again. He's gone to the infield, so his bad night just got a little bit worse. As Marsden comes round, ticks the box once again. Dixon still holds second place from Ewan Shearing. Jason Phillips and Greg Johnson starting to buy into this battle for second and third now as well. Down into 3 and 4. This is really starting to hot up. Race number 5 of the South Island Super Saloon Championship. No doubt about who's well out in front of this one here. But for the minors, you can chuck a blanket over all 4 of these cars. It's extremely tight between these guys, but at the moment it's Owen Dixon, car number 95, who leads. He's in an absolute arm wrestle with Shearing. Shearing goes to the outside, finds some drive, and he manages to address that position that he lost before. So Ewan Shearing now moves up into second place. What a drive from him in just his first season of Super Saloon racing. Oh, he's locked it up between 1 and 2. All the good work's about to be undone. Can he get drive out of 2 and get past Dixon? He does. Down to 3 and 4. They're side by side. Owen Dixon and Ewan Shearing. The race is won and done by... Oh, there's contact. Oh, what a race. For second place, you'd think they were racing for the World Championship of Super Saloons. Ryan Marsden takes this one here out. Car number 17 from Christchurch. Second place will be Owen Dixon in car number 95. And 69, Ewan Shearing. I'm pretty sure he will have to settle for third place. If they had door handles, they would have been touching on that main straight then. Car number 11, Jason Phillips, he come home in fourth. Just ahead of Greg Johnson, who was impressive in that one as well.
Okay, folks, here we are down in the pits with the man that won one of the heat races here, heat number 5. It is Ryan Marsden, the 17C car, the Heartlands Chips car. Ryan, mate, fantastic run. You've been looking for a bit of form. Looks like you might have found some.
Yeah, I'm just glad the thing's still going at the moment. But no, it feels really good. We haven't changed anything for this pole shuffle, so we must be fairly well up the front, I think. So we'll see how it goes. But Burst is on fire, so we'll just have to see if we can stay close to him.
What you got any plans for him? I suppose just stay close to him and see if he makes a mistake.
Yeah, I got a plan, but I'm not going to give that away.
Well, you're pretty experienced. You've been 1NZ saloon driver last season, and of course you sort of come into grips with the Super Saloon. Is there much difference between the saloon and Super Saloon other than horsepower?
Yeah, they've got to carry a lot more weight. So that's a bit of a difference, and also there's a lot more stuff that I can play with inside the car, just in J-bars on the fly, or shock absorbers, all sorts of different things that we can move around in these ones to alter the car as you're driving it, whereas the saloon you're pretty much stuck with what you had when you went out the gate. So bit of a difference. I mean, the actual chassis are quite similar to my saloon, but it's like light years apart as far as the driving technique goes to get this one around. We just haven't had enough time in it with all the issues we've had with the engines and things. We've never done more than 12 laps in it at this stage in one hit. So
everything's obviously holding up okay at the moment, though?
Yeah, seems to be good.
All right, so obviously it's just seat time is all you need, but you're starting to get towards the end of the season. You can't have too many races left to go.
No, there's not. They've got another feature next weekend at Woodford Glen, 30 lapper, and then there's a wee bit around the traps. We've got the Darrell Ainsley Memorial at Cromwell, and then there's a couple of meetings at Easter, depending on where you want to go, Nelson or Cromwell. So.
Okay, so the car performing tonight, no changes, you've said. You reckon you've got the goods to maybe get it in that first spot, get past Burst?
Oh, I'll certainly be trying, but I think John sort of put the hard word on a wee bit. He'd prefer a number rather than try and go for first and throw it all away, I think. So we'll see how it goes. That plays on my mind a little bit. Usually after Super Saloon Champs in Cromwell a few years ago, I said I'm just probably not going to settle for second or third again. It'll either be first or we'll sort of die trying sort of stuff. But I think probably after the season we've had, it would be good just to get a good result today. So there's a long way to go yet. A lot can still happen. We've got to finish first. So, but no, it's going really good today. Enjoying it. Looking forward to it.
There's just a handful of cars, though, that are really performing up the top, and you're sort of one of them. So, if you've just got to make a couple of guys make a couple of mistakes, put the pressure on, I suppose. Yeah, you got to keep the pressure on. You got to be there, and if there is mistakes happen, the track's really quite tricky. Like you can either set the car up to run up high, where there's a bit of a big berm to lean on, which can catch you out at times and send you towards the wall, or you can just set it up a lot different to run down low on the low line, right on the pole line, and hope that someone makes a mistake, because if you do that, the only way you're going to get past is underneath them if they make a mistake. So unless you got just good car speed, and you might be able to tootle around the outside quietly, but it's not like my usual deal where it's pass a car or two in one corner. It'll probably take 2 or 3 laps just to park around the outside of someone and chip away at them to get a pass. So I'm not really used to that sort of driving, and I haven't had much of a go on the big long features. So looking forward to it. Good stuff. Good sponsors. Who looks after you?
Oh yeah, Heartland chips are wonderful. Heartland potato chips, sorry. Penrite Oil, Repco, North End Motors, and Love Lady Race Cars, and Full Spectrum Group Graphics. Good stuff, mate. Well, best of luck for the pole shuffle and the feature coming up. Thank you very much.
Big business or small business, we've got mobile solutions to give any size business an edge. Our regionally based account managers can scope your business and deliver to your evolving needs. Take control of your team's business mobiles with individual plans or shared data pools, along with solutions that offer increased control over device and data security and the flexibility to easily manage your team's mobiles and apps. Whatever your business, whatever your size, talk to your Spark customer lead or business hub today.
The St. Nicholas is a familiar sight around Bluff as she steams out to capture Can-Do Fishing's famous Bluff Kinner. Once caught, the kinner is brought back to the purpose-built factory in Bluff where it is processed, packed and shipped fresh to you. But that's not all that Can-Do Fishing can do for you. Try some of their green-boned fish or delicious power products and you will soon see why seafood from the Bluff is world famous. So head to your local fish market or supermarket and ask for Can-Do Fishing Kinner, fish or power. Can-Do Fishing, there's nothing we can't do for you.
The man on maximum points at the moment, the 3NZ of Ian Burson. He's in this one as well. Richie Taylor, another man who's won a race here tonight. Car number 58C. And Campbell McManaway, another race winner. Car number 492T. So certainly some big guns in this. I mean, you just got to look at Elliott. He was fast last time. He'll start from the front row of the grid. Kane Lawson, super fast. Ricky Bolton, hard to stop him from the front row of the grid as well. It is absolutely jam-packed. So a couple of laps and we will go racing, folks. They start to grid up. Trevor Elliott, Ricky Bolton on his outside. Bolton really needs to grab a fistful of points in this one here too. Not sure how that shootout is looking at the moment as far as points go. As soon as we get that information, we will certainly feed it through to you. So the lights have gone out. We will go racing this time around. Southland Truck Wreckers South Island Super Saloon Championship race number 6, the final heat race. Elliott, Bolton from the front row of the grid. Lawson and Needs, second row. They rumble around. Turn 3 and 4. Ready for a start. Elliott and Bolton lead them off down into turn number 1. Down they go. Bolton high and wide. Almost gives that wall a bit of a kiss on the way through as Lawson manages to find a way to sneak underneath. He moves up into second place. Oh, Richie Taylor, he's managed to find a gap there as well. And he's using Ricky Bolton to lead. Oh, Bolton goes into the side of Lawson. So Burson with a wee bit more work to do in this one here. He's gone high and wide. Campbell McManaway, he looks like he's struggling at the rear of the field as well, so he needs to find his rhythm. But at the moment, it is Trevor Elliott, car number 27, the Elliott Scaffolding Hypermac, who leads this one here. Kane Lawson's managed to find his way now up into second place. Then Ricky Bolton, Richie Taylor, Roger Nees. He's got Burson on his outside. No, Burson's managed to get around him. And the rear of the field, Campbell McManaway. So some of these big guns certainly struggling a wee bit more with the track conditions in this one. Burson trying to find some grip there on the outside of the track. Can't quite get it done. Knees starting to really chase him down now as well. So we'll take a look at the race order. Trevor Elliott leads this one here in car number 27. He's pulling a gap on Kane Lawson, who's in car number 6. Then we go back to 861. Ricky Bolton. Richie Taylor gets the front wheel in the air. He's in 4th place at the moment, being chased down by Burson. Then we've got Roger Nees in 811, Campbell McManaway at the rear of the field. So the man that we thought could have been unbeatable tonight, Burson, he's currently sitting down in 5th place at the moment, and he's got a bit of work to do. There might be some head scratching down at the 3NZ pit. Oh, just when we say that, he goes right around the outside of Richie and Bolton. Look at that, folks. What a move. Burson picks up 2 spots and now moves up into 3rd place. He's now found that rhythm that we were talking about before, and he's just starting to chase down Kane Lawson. He's decided to park the back wheels out of the cush, and he's really finding himself some speed. So Elliott leads. Kane Lawson in 2nd. Burson's really set this race alight. He's up in 3rd place now, all over the back bumper of Lawson. Look at this, he just pokes it out wide, puts the foot down and says, hey, I'll just take some chunks out of your lead, sunshine. Down he goes. He still sits in 3rd place. 4th at the moment, Bolton. Richie Taylor flirts with the front wheel in the air once again. Then we go back to knees. And Campbell McManaway, he's looking lost at the rear of the field in this one here. Here comes Burson, high, wide, once again, goes right around the outside of Lawson. He's now up into 2nd place, and Burson has found his rhythm. Maybe the head scratching in his camp. They won't be scratching as hard as what I thought they were going to when he was relishing at the tail end of the field. He's now chasing down the leader, which is Elliott in car number 27. High, wide, once again for Burson. Gets some drive out of turn 2. So Trevor Elliott, he'll be able to see Burson in the rear view mirror. On the main straight, those first 3 cars, through they go. White flag is out. Can Elliott hold them off? Here comes a fast finishing Burson. I thought he was going to have a look to the inside. Didn't quite get it done. Those top 3 cars, 1 more corner to go. Elliott the inside. Here comes Burson and Lawson. Lawson has a look, can't get it done. It's Elliott who takes out the win here in race number 6. Fast finishing Burson in 2nd. Lawson was racy in that one. Richie Taylor will settle for 4th place. Ricky Bolton a wee bit untidy at the end of that one there. In fact, he's come to a standstill down in turn number 3. That's 861. Then Roger Nees, the 811 car. And the tail end of the field, 492. Campbell McManaway, they're going to have to do some searching in that car there because he never made inroads whatsoever in that race. But Burson, I counted him out. I couldn't believe it. He was sitting down in about 4th or 5th place, and I thought, no, he's got nothing for Richie Taylor. He's got nothing for Kane Lawson. And then all of a sudden, he went to the outside. He found the cush. He got the grip, and he rocketed past the rest of the field. Impressive stuff. Put your hands together though, folks, for the Elliott scaffolding. Trevor Elliott.
Okay, we're down here with Kane Lawson from the 6C car. Kane, mate, your broken hand, I see you got like the old Michael Jackson glove on there, all taped up and stuff like that, so obviously that's been sort of a bit painful for you, but I suppose not too bad in regards to your results so far, especially being you got a crook hand.
Yeah, we're happy. The hand's really not giving us that much of a disadvantage. I feel like the other cars are real fast and that. So, you know, we've had 3 good races, 3 good heats that we're happy with. So we'll just see what happens in the future.
Okay, so what are you going to set it up for now? I mean, it's obviously the track's changing all the time. Some people say they don't know whether to set up for the top line or the low line.
Well, the bottom worked well for us then, so that's what we'll set the car up for, and we'll tighten it right up and just have a go, really. It's a new car for us. We haven't run it down there before, so it felt really good then. So the track's changing a lot, though, so...
The battle between Burse and yourself in that first race was pretty immense, and there's really nothing in it, and all he had to do was make one mistake and you're all over him, eh? Yeah,
well, I made the mistake and he got me, and so it's the way it goes. But hey, he's real fast, and that was a real hard-out race. You know, we were pretty close at the end, so we're happy with that.
Good stuff, mate. Good sponsors?
Yep, Mag and Turbo, Riverlands Holiday Park, and you guys for doing all the coverage.
And do you get to go in the pole shuffle or what?
I think, well, I actually don't know. I presume so.
Okay, good stuff. Best of luck for the feature and stuff.
Yeah, cheers, Jace. Cheers, man.
Situated just 1.5 hours drive from Christchurch is Hanmer Springs, a small alpine village that has everything for the adventurer or for someone looking to relax. Stay a while and enjoy a bike ride through the numerous bush tracks, or relax in the famous hot pools. Take the whole family and let the kids take on the many attractions on offer. And to top off your stay, book now with Hanmer Holiday Homes, where there's a budget and accommodation to suit everyone. Call now.
Build it, make it, fix it, shift it, tow it, stow it, dig it, lift it, mow it, trim it, grind it, chip it. We hire it. Mix it, pour it, smooth it, finish it, saw it, clean it, finish it. 0800 24/7 rent. We hire it. 0800 24/7 rent. We hire it.
Hi, Malcolm Nardo from Suck It Up. We specialise in hydro excavation in the Canterbury region, safe big methods around services. Also we do septic tank cleaning, drain cleaning, CCTV of your pipes. If you want an excellent service, please check us out on Facebook.
Suck It Up Limited, 740 Marston Road, Christchurch. Call them 24 hours a day on 027 588 8809.
So Trevor Elliott, he's going to go head-to-head with car 69. Our local hopeful, folks. So make a bit of noise for Ewan Shearing as he comes around. This is our local hopeful in the South Island Super Saloon Championship. So Elliott being the higher point scorer, he will get the choice of where he wants to start, whether it be the inside line or the outside line. So the highest point scorer gets the choice, okay? Simple as that, clear as mud. So Elliott will be on the inside. Ewan Shearing will be on the outside. Totally different car to what he's used to running in the saloon. So Shearing's decided to give it away. He's parked on the infield. So now it will be Campbell McManaway in 492 taking on Elliott, and McManaway will get the choice of inside or outside line. So Shearing out of this one here, he will start from 7th on the grid in the 30-lap feature final, alongside Owen Dixon, car number 95. So you'll see now Campbell McManaway will head off from the infield. McManaway goes to the outside. Pretty sure he will get to call where he wants to go. Not sure, because Elliott certainly wasn't moving. He was happy to sit down the inside. So Campbell McManaway, as we mentioned earlier on, he spent majority of the season so far in the North Island racing in the BK Dirt Series, done very, very well up there. And certainly brought that experience with him. So we're going to go racing this time around. Pole shuffle for the Southland Truck Wreckers South Island Super Saloon Championship. We are away in racing. Elliott the inside, McManaway the outside. Side by side they go. There's nothing between these two. McManaway looking for a way around the outside of Elliott. Elliott's down on that low line. McManaway looking for a little bit of grip in the cush. Can't quite get it done. It's Elliott who leads this one here with a lap to run. McManaway high wide. Checkered flag will be presented this time around. It is going to be Elliott who will continue on in the pole shuffle. He'll move himself up the order slightly. McManaway will go to the infield. So McManaway, he will start from 6th on the grid. Richie Taylor will now come out on circuit. Car number 58, the Suck It Up machine from Christchurch. Out on track now, he will go up against Trevor Elliott. So Elliott, he's making ground in this one here. He was scheduled to start in grid position 6. That now belongs to Campbell McManaway. Can he move himself up the order further? There we go. Richie Taylor said, hey, mate, I'm going to have the inside line. I scored a few more points than you. Thank you very much. Shoves him over. Elliott the outside. Richie Taylor the inside. Richie mentioned in the interview with Jace before that he loves these pole shuffles. Good chance to make a bad day look good. Green flag out. We're away and racing. Elliott looks sharp on the outside. Chucks the nose of the Hypermac right around the outside of Richie Taylor, and he's got advantage. Couldn't quite cover though. Richie Taylor still on that inside line. Elliott the outside. Can Taylor come back? You bet he can. White flag out. Elliott needs to cover. He hasn't quite got the gap to be able to get over the nose of Richie Taylor. And Richie still on the inside. Look at this side by side. It doesn't get any better than this in a pole shuffle. Who's it going to be? Checkered flag comes out. Richie Taylor's got advantage. Taylor goes through. So Elliott qualified 6th. He's moved up to 5th. So he's got a gain. He'll be happy enough with that. Taylor now will take on the Mag and Turbo Hypermac of Kane Lawson. Where will Lawson go? Inside or out? He goes inside. So Christchurch club mates. Richie Taylor, Kane Lawson. Both have been impressive today. The inside line seems to be the favoured line, but I tell you what, I don't think there's much in it. Trevor Elliott showed that just before. There was nothing between them whatsoever. This is your battle to see who will start 4th on the grid. Round they come, in the starter's hands. We're away and racing. Richie Taylor, the outside. Lawson chucks the nose of the Mag and Turbo machine. Right down the inside, sits Taylor behind him. He's managed to pull about a quarter of a car length over Taylor at the moment. Taylor's overturned it, and he's given it to Lawson. So Lawson, he takes a breather from Richie Taylor being all over the back of him. Look at Richie, he just won't give up, will he? Checkered flag will come out for Kane Lawson. Lawson stays alive in this one. Richie Taylor, he qualified 4th. He will start from 4th place in the Southland Truck Wreckers South Island Super Saloon Championship.
I saw the lights, but it was just a guy in an RGB.
We now battle for 3rd place on the grid. Ryan Marsden, car number 17, the Heartland Chips sponsored machine. Great looking car, Love Lady chassis. He will now take on Kane Lawson, couple of young guns. Marsden decides to take the inside. The winner of this one here is guaranteed a front row start alongside Ian Burson, who's the last car to run in the pole shuffle. In the starter's hands once again. Marsden, Lawson, they're side by side down into turn 1. Nothing between them. Marsden chucks it in. He holds Lawson out wide. Lawson gets good drive on the back straight. Not enough to get the car overlap at the moment. Through they go between 3 and 4. It's Marsden just in front. Lawson tries to sneak down the inside this time. Marsden still just holds him off. Half a car length between the two of them. It is Marsden with half a lap to go. He's going to put car 17 on the front row of the grid. Position 3 will be Kane Lawson. He qualified 3rd. He will start from 3rd. Right, folks. This will determine 1 and 2 on the grid for the final of the Southland Truck Wreckers South Island Super Saloon Championship. They finished 1 and 2 in qualifying. It's only fitting that they will battle it out for 1st and 2nd here in the pole shuffle. Not the way we would usually contest a South Island title, but the drivers wanted to mix it up a little bit, and it's certainly been entertaining. We've got the baby-faced assassin, Ian Burson, the 3NZ on the inside. Ryan Marsden on the outside. 6-time South Island champion Burson. Marsden's never won it. Not in a Super Saloon anyway. Marsden, he's got advantage between 1 and 2. They're on the back straight. Ryan Marsden. Burson has a big look on the inside. Marsden shuts the door, puts the nose right over it. What's Burson got for him down the main straight? Nothing between them. Slight contact between 1 and 2. Burson tries to feed his way through. Look at this side by side on the back straight. Marsden. He settles. He's dropped back into second. Can he sneak back underneath? No, he can't. And Burson will take out pole for the South Island Super Saloon Championship. That battle will continue in the final. They will share the front row of the grid. But its bragging rights go to Ann Burson. The Tates sponsored Hypermac. 3NZ from Nelson has taken pole position here for the 2018-2019 Southland Truck Wreckers South Island Super Saloon Championship.
For any powder coating job, no matter the size, Invercargill's powder line can deliver the desired professional finish. Specialising in powder coating and thermoplastic coating for any aluminium or steel items. Powder line services are suitable for both domestic and commercial purposes with 2 large ovens on site. Powder line can powder coat anything from mag wheels, car parts, gates, sprint car frames to house flashings, garden seats and aluminium window frames. With 280 colours on site for customers to choose from, we have access to thousands more, which are available by order. Give the friendly office staff a call to book your job in now.
We've seen some amazing driving, even that pole shuffle before, the amount of guys that was side by side, they were putting it on the line. They've enjoyed their stay in the south, these guys. It's been testing conditions. They lost the day's racing yesterday, but they have made up for it today. Ian Burson. Can he be stopped? The current 3NZ. He's decided to take the inside line. He will start from pole. On his outside, Ryan Marsden, car 17. We go back a row. Car number 6, Kane Lawson, 58. Richie Taylor on his outside. Trevor Elliott's been impressive. Car 27. He'll start from the 3rd row of the grid with Campbell McManaway on his outside. Then we go back to Ewan Shearing, the first of the locals, the one and only local, folks. So make sure you get him behind car 69. He's had a great day out. He's got an empty spot beside him where Owen Dixon would have been. Dixon out of this one. Car number 11, Jason Phillips, the Stone Lane machine. He will start in the next row alongside Rod Janice, car number 811 on his outside. Then we go back to Ricky Bolton, 861. He's got Greg Johnson, car 77 from Cromwell on his outside. And at the rear of the field, Paul Simon from Dunedin in car 7. So no Ray Stewart. No Gavin Hill, no Paul Berg, no Owen Dixon. We've seen in the pole shuffle that Marsden can certainly match the pace of Marsden. Can he do it though over 30 laps? As Jason mentioned before, you folks in Nelson, one of your own on the front row of the grid here, folks. You've had a hell of a week. This will be a great way to distract you from what's going on at home. We're about to go racing. The Southland Truck Wreckers South Island Super Saloon Championship underway. And it's Burson and Marsden into turn number 1 and 2. Through they go, side by side. And it's Marsden who got the jump on Burson. He leads this one here, down to 3 and 4. Richie Taylor's trying to have a bit of a look around there as well, but don't discount Burson coming back. He'll fight for this one. Ryan Marsden leads him down. Richie Taylor has a bit of a bite as well. Ricky Bolton goes through on 2 wheels, but it's Marsden at the moment. In the Lovelady, car 17, the Heartland Chips car from Christchurch. On the main straight, and he's starting to pull a lead already. Burson in second place. Kane Lawson has a big look on the inside. He's now moved up into third place. Trevor Elliott's in this one here. Richie Taylor on the outside. He shuffles over to the inside. Campbell McManaway. He's up into sixth place with Roger Neves. Then we've got Ewan Shearing one further back. Here comes Burrs. The baby-faced assassin is trying to sneak around the outside of Marsden on the main straight, passes him like he's standing still. Where did he find the pace? In car number 3, Marsden comes back with the inside line. Down to 1 and 2 they go. Burson has found his rhythm. And he's charged away from Ryan Marsden. Into 1 and 2. Burson leads. 2 or 3 car lengths back to Marsden. Then we go back to Lawson, who sits in third place at the moment. Elliott's managed to get past Richie Taylor. Campbell McManaway, he's in a good battle with Knees. But out in front, look at this battle. Ryan Marsden's not giving up. He's trying to sneak down the inside of Ian Burson. Nothing between these two. Burson from Nelson, the current 3NZ. Ryan Marsden, who's had an absolute rotten roll. Burson, he's overcooked it between 3 and 4. Contact on the main straight, they go side by side. Ryan Marsden, I thought he was going to make enough to sneak underneath him there. Couldn't quite do it. What a display from these two front runners. And it's Ewan Shearing down there in turn number 3, who's parked up. This is going to bunch the whole field back up again. That's why we come here, it's why we watch it. We're about to go racing once again, a restart, the Southland Truck Wreckers South Island Super Saloon Championships. And it's the baby-faced assassin, Ian Burson leads it off. Look at Ryan Marsden. He tried to unsettle Burson on the way through, but he's left the door open for Kane Lawson. Lawson gets into a battle with Marsden. This is what Burson will want. Marsden tries to have another look, so does Lawson. Nothing between the 3 of them. Ian Burson uses the high line. Marsden's starting to use the high line now as well. He's a smart racer. He's got good racecraft. He'll buy his time. He'll be thinking to himself, do I have anything for Burrs? Almost contact on the main straight. Marsden has a wee look on the inside. Burson sits right out on that cushion. What a sight here. Nothing between those top 3 cars. It is car 3NZ. Oh, Burson! I thought he made a mistake there in turn 3 and 4. He looked to straighten up in the corner, and I thought he'd open the door. Marsden's gone back down low again. He was looking racing on the high line. Burson high, Marsden low. Kane Lawson sits just in behind them, as does Trevor Elliott and Richie Taylor. Campbell McManaway just behind them. Marsden throwing everything at Burson at the moment. Can he force him in to making a slight mistake? Burson looks, oh, Marsden has! Burson made a slight mistake between 3 and 4. Marsden jumped on him. Burson then went to the inside. Burson chucks it in deep again. He's still in front of Marsden. What a race. Marsden right up the inside. Kane Lawson in amongst this battle too. Burson manages to go round the outside. Absolutely unbelievable race here at X Factor Cars Riverside Speedway. Marsden once again. Oh, Burson's made a mistake and hit the wall. Burson hit the wall coming out of 4. It's dropped him down to 3rd spot. Ryan Marsden now leads the Southland Truck Wreckers South Island Championship. Kane Lawson is in 2nd place. Ian Burson trying to chase them down. Campbell McManaway Richie Taylor tries to make a move on Elliott. Did the pressure get to Ian Burson? Ryan Marsden, cool as a cucumber. He's now using all of the track here at X Factor Cars Riverside Speedway. And he's starting to drive away. He's got half a straight length. Issues for Paul Simon from Dunedin. His race is done and dusted. Must only be a handful of laps left in this one. Burson goes to the outside of Lawson. That's your battle for 2nd and 3rd. He needs to dispose of Lawson before he even worries about Marsden. But Lawson just sits down low. He says, if you want to go, son, you're going to have to do it the hard way. As Ryan Marsden, the Heartland Chip-sponsored Lovelady Mustang, starts to drive away with the South Island Super Saloon Championship. Ian Burson gave a bit of a dig before that a Ford couldn't win the championship. Well, he's got a lot of work to do if he's going to change that. He goes around the outside of Lawson once again. Slightly too deep, has to overcorrect. Burson throwing absolutely everything he can at it. He said that he's sick of getting 3rd place. Where does he sit at the moment, folks? That's right, he sits in 3rd. Ryan Marsden still leads this one here from Kane Lawson. Ian Burson in 3rd place. Then we go back to Trevor Elliott, Richie Taylor, Ricky Bolton, Campbell McManaway, Racing Ray Stewart. Greg Johnson. Oh, the issues there for Ray Stewart. So lap traffic ahead of Marsden in the form of Jason Phillips. Kane Lawson now really starting to pull away from Ian Burson as well. Burson might have pushed too hard at the start of this one. I bet John Lovelady put a setup into Marsden's car that would come on late in the race, and it's paying off. What a masterclass. Ryan Marsden, a former New Zealand saloon champion. As we said before, he's had some rotten luck in the last few weeks. He's had motors blow on him, he's had all sorts of issues. But it's all coming together for him tonight at X Factor Cars Riverside Speedway. Kane Lawson trying to do what he can. Look at this battle now for 3rd and 4th. Richie Taylor's in this. Elliott's in this. Burson's in this. Burson may not even be able to hold on to a podium position at this stage. He's got his hands absolutely chock-a-block full. Elliott looks to the inside of Burson. Gets driver, but Burson still up high and wide. He still looks fast on that high line. Elliott sneaks underneath. Elliott's made the move. He's now up into 3rd place. Burson has another dive between 1 and 2. Richie Taylor sneaks underneath as well, so Elliott's lost a couple of spots. Burson moves back up into 3rd place. Richie Taylor tries to chase the inside. He's managed to do so, so Richie Taylor now up to 3rd. White flag about to come out though for car 17, Ryan Marsden. One more lap to go. The Southland Truck Wreckers South Island Super Saloon Championships winding down. And it's going to go to car 17, your new South Island champion, Ryan Marsden. Kane Lawson, he'll come home in second. And Richie Taylor, what a finish from Taylor. He takes third place. Burst is going to have to settle for fourth. But what a drive, folks. What a final here at the South Island Super Saloon Championship. These guys have put on an absolute hell of a performance. You will not see better Super Saloon racing than that anywhere. Make some noise though, folks, for your brand new Super Saloon champion of the South Island. Car 17 from Christchurch. The Heartland Chips sponsored Love Lady Mustang is your new South Island champion. Ryan Marsden. Make some noise, Southland. What a performance. Ryan Marsden celebrates with a bit of a donut down there between, right in front of the donut dude, as a matter of fact. He is absolutely ecstatic.
Okay, it's a bit of an exciting race. He's lost his hat. Of course, it is the third place car of Richie Taylor. Richie, you come from further down the field, so it's a pretty good effort really to get third. Looked like Burst had pretty much had it, but he sort of fell apart, and you managed to come through and get past him.
Kind of sometimes the way how it rolls in a 30 lapper. You know, it's hard to be fast all the way through the race. I wasn't as good as I wanted to be, obviously, because we ran third, but we were getting a little better sort of through the middle section, and then I felt we were falling off at the end, but we maybe just didn't fall off as many as the others. But hey, congratulations to Kane and of course Ryan.
Now, of course, the thing is that like you said, the car changed. You really needed a yellow or something just to get that opportunity to maybe call a couple of things off, and brakes. I'm sure they're starting to get a bit jaded by the end of the race.
Yeah, I mean, they've got pretty decent brakes on them. The brakes never went away, but yeah, I mean, I've got some onboard stuff I can change, and I kind of threw everything at it that I had, and yeah, it wasn't too bad, but it got a couple of ugly pushes on. It was like glass by the end, man. It was slippery, but.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. The track played a big part of it, didn't it? Okay, we're not going to hold you up for too long. I know you're pretty keen to get up on that podium. At least it's a podium finish. And, so good sponsors? Yeah,
absolutely fantastic sponsors. Cylinder head specialists, obviously Edge Parts and Performance. We've got Transform Paint and Panel, Brenda Taylor House of Travel, Mini Dig, Suck It Up Limited, Fairview Fiberglass, MTF Finance and Timaru there. We've got a bunch of people helping us.
Good stuff, Richie. Congratulations on third spot.
Thanks very much.
A couple of weeks this man's had. He hasn't had much track time, but obviously you've had enough to be able to come back and, you bet Burst, but you didn't quite get that first place car, the 17 car, but still a fantastic result with not much seat time. Yeah, no, look, we're wrapped. We've I don't think really the seat time's probably an issue. We ran in the North Island for a couple of 3 weeks, as you know, and it's just like a 3-week break. It's a bit disappointing because obviously in the Super Cup standings we were third and now we're way down, so disappointing for the team, but good to come here and get a good result. Absolutely, that track was just starting to sort of shade off a wee bit, but obviously you'd set your car up from about the middle to the end, and that seemed to pay off for you. It looks like Burst burned it all off in the first few laps. Looked like he was going to get caught, so obviously the crew chief, fantastic job. Yeah, the guys, Grant and Colin just did a mint job, and we just wanted to run down the bottom. That was our plan, and it was just a matter of letting the track go away a bit so our car could come forward, and we're wrapped here. So just unfortunate there that there wasn't a yellow a little bit later on in the race to get it a bit of an opportunity to have a bit of an attack. Yeah, I think so. In the lap traffic, I see Ryan skip the cush once, and I thought, like he was running the top side, he was dedicated to that, and we were dedicated to the bottom, so it was going to maybe fall in either person's favour, but didn't come. Absolutely. Still, those seconds amazing, especially, Ryan's a pretty class act and he's looking for good luck and a bit of good form as well. So it looks like he got what he wanted. Good sponsors on your car?
Yeah, just Mag and Turbo, Riverlands Holiday Park, and my crew. That we can't do it without them, like Grant's got a young family, he comes away, and Colin's got an old family and he comes away, and it's just awesome. And thanks to Dennis for the car, it's great.
Good stuff. Congratulations on second.
Cheers, Jace.
Well, we spoke to this man at the start of the meeting and he's had all this bad luck and obviously it's sort of all come together tonight. A great drive from you. Ryan Marsden, 17C, new South Island champion, must be chuffed.
Oh, yeah, it's outstanding, isn't it? Yeah, we've done a lot to get here and I guess we've just kept trying hard and chipping away and things have just worked out tonight and for us. So, yeah, the potential's always been there. It's just nothing's really slotted into place properly up until now. So the car felt awesome the whole race. It just kept getting better and better actually. So I can't thank John enough and Dad for all their efforts and work on the cars. And obviously other guys with burst at the start there. It was awesome racing and heaps of fun right up under his spoiler and then slide jobs and banging off cushions and nearly hitting walls and it was all going on, but it was awesome.
Yeah, he didn't nearly hit the wall. He hit the wall, and that was enough to put him right off and gave you an opportunity to break away a wee bit there. But as you said, the car just looked like it was getting better and better. The only person that was possibly going a little bit quicker towards the end of the race was Kane, but you already checked out. You already put a couple of lap cars in between you and him as well. So must be a great feeling though. You've had a pretty average season in relation to reliability and issues and stuff like that. Just put it all into perspective for you now.
Yeah, it's. It's just nice to get some reward for all the effort and to be able to reward the crew and the sponsors and everything that have stuck behind us and I just can't thank all our crew and sponsors and family, Lee and the girls at home for supporting me and letting me do this, and Mum and all the groupies and things back home. It's been awesome. So it's nice being able to repay them some of the faith they've put in us. Excellent, and good sponsors to me. A man who looks after you? Yeah, Heartland Potato Chips, Repco, Penrite Oil, North End Motors, and Love Lady Race Cars, obviously, the fastest race cars, mate. They're getting better. Well, they're obviously doing all right tonight anyway, for sure. Well, we just about finished at midnight, so it was a good run really at the end of the day, and we just had enough light for you to do the job. Congratulations to you, Ryan, new South Island champion. Thank you very much. Well, that covers everything for the South Island champion, of course, from the X Factor Cars Riverside Speedway. And a big thanks goes out to Southland Truck Records for their support of this event as well. That brings us to a close. You can see him behind me. She's fairly dark, and we just managed to be able to get it all squeezed in. On behalf of everybody here from X Factor Cars Riverside Speedway and the Pits TV, we see you next week for our next show.